Hey Pokemon fans, the Freesonator here, and today we're going to be talking about today's Pokemon of the week, Dunsparce. Dunsparce is a normal type, and he is called the Land Snake Pokemon. His two possible abilities are Serene Grace and Runaway. Serene Grace boosts the likelihood of added effects. Runaway allows you to run away freely from any battle you want, except for trainer battles. His experience at level 100 is a million. They often live in caves, forests, and open spaces. Dunsparce has very little to be seen in the anime. His major appearance in anime is the episode called The Dunsparce Deception. Now this episode is the episode when this kid, he leaves for like vacation or something, and then he comes back and sees that all his peers now have Dunsparce. Wanting to race in the Dunsparce race as well as his friends, gosh, I can't even talk today. He searches out for a Dunsparce, but takes a while to find one. Eventually, with Ash, Brock, and Misty's help, he finds a Dunsparce. He's able to compete in the race and win. He has minor appearances in a few episodes, just like being seen in the wild. Like, for example, I think it was called, like, the Tale of Thunder or something, I don't know. But, anyway. And Ash's Pokedex says, Dunsparce, the land snake Pokemon. When discovered, the Dunsparce uses its tail to burrow into the earth and evade capture. Well, this Pokemon seems to be rather shy, just from that. I will be reading all the other Pokedex entries, but for now that's the only one. Dunsparce also appears in the manga. He appears in the manga series Pokemon Adventures. He's in many of the he's in many of the volumes, but his big hit is in this is the one where Crystal and her Chikorita catch a Dunsparce, but Surge catches them and tries to take Dunsparce. That's all I know about it. I haven't read the manga. I'm just reading of the research I've done on this new Pokemon, or on the Pokemon of the week. The manga Pokedex entry says, whenever it's being scrutinized or it feels threatened, it'll start drilling a hole with its tail and attempt to escape from underground. Well, again, it shows it's shy and is afraid of being captured. The game entries, the game Pokedex entries are this. Gold, Leaf Green, and Heart Gold have the same Pokedex entry. When spotted, this Pokemon escapes backward by fiercely boring into the ground with its tail. Silver, Fire Red, and Soul Silver. If spotted, it escapes by burrowing with its tail. It can float just slightly using its wings. Okay. Well, Crystal is one of the only ones that has its own Pokedex entry that isn't in the other games. It hides deep inside caves where no light ever reaches. It remains virtually motionless there. Well, this is very different compared to the other Pokedex entries. This one shows that it still says it's very shy, but it never says that it hates sunlight. I mean, just look at this picture. It's obviously out in the sun. So I'm having a hard time figuring out that Pokédex entry. But anyway, back to this. Ruby and Sapphire have the same entry too. Dunsparce has a drill for its tail. It uses its tail to burrow into the ground backwards. This Pokemon is known to make nests in complex shapes deep under the ground. Alright, Emerald is also one that has its own little Pokédex entry. Its drill-tipped tail is used to burrow into the ground backwards. This Pokemon is known to make its nest in complex shapes, deep under the ground. Well, this one is also quite similar to Ruby and Sapphire. They're a little different, but there's some similarity. Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Black, and White all have the same entry, so they obviously haven't gotten quite clever. Or in between that period, they obviously weren't thinking of new Pokédex entries for these Pokemon. Or at least for Dunsparce. I don't know about the others, but for Dunsparce, yeah. It digs into the ground with its tail and makes a maze-like nest. It can fly just a little. Alright, well, now Black and White 2, the latest game that's been released. And the new game, X and Y, hasn't been released yet, so I couldn't tell you that quite yet. Maybe if Dunsparce shows up as the Pokemon of the Week, I will release all that. But Black and White 2 have the same one as well. It creates mazes in dark locations. When spotted, it flees into the ground by digging with its tail. Okay, so all of these Pokédex entries basically say, that Dunsparce is shy. It hides underground, using its tail as a drill and drills down backwards. And it also says a lot about making maze-like nests. Okay, now it's time for the Pokemon moves. Now this is going to take a while. All right. Right now, I'm just going to go over the ones you can learn by leveling up. Alright, first one, Rage, Defense Curl, Rollout, Spite, Pursuit, Screech, Yawn, Ancient Power, Takedown, Roost, Glare, Dig, Double Edge, and Coil. Now I'm going to tell you all the moves he can learn by TMs and HMs. And boy, is this a long list. Because the lists were so long, I couldn't fit them on the screen like I did with this. So, these are all the pictures I have. But yeah, I'm just gonna start naming the moves you can learn from TMs and HMs. Calm Mind, Toxic, Hidden Power, Sunny Day, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Protect, Rain Dance, Frustration, Solar Beam, Thunderbolt, Thunder, Earthquake, Return, Dig, Shadow Ball, Double Team, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Rock Tomb, Facade, Rest, Attract, Round, Charge Beam, Incinerate. I don't exactly know how to pronounce it, but I'll do my best. Retaliate or something like that. Retaliate. Thunder Wave, Gyro Ball. It's either Gyro Ball or Gyro Ball. I don't know, I'm just kind of stupid, so. Psych Up, Bulldoze, Rock Slide, Poison Jab, Dream Eater, Swagger, Substitute, Wild Charge, Rock Smash, and Strength. That was a long list. Alright, now that we're done talking about all the information about Dunsparce, let's just generally discuss him. Dunsparce. Very shy Pokemon. And I'm not surprised. Most of his moves aren't that strong. The moves he can learn just by leveling up, the strongest is Double Edge. And the others are like 40 damage. The other moves he learns are like 40, 60 damage. According to the Pokedex entry, he's obviously really shy, but he's very creative, otherwise he wouldn't be able to make these mazes that he does. And it also says he can fly just a little. Well, in the anime show, he was flying a bit, but not very much. It doesn't seem to be a Pokemon that wants to fly. It's like a caterpillar that has early wings or something. Yeah, like a caterpillar that gets wings early, but can't really fly very much. As you see, it's digging backwards, as it says in the Pokedex, with its tail. Its tail is like a drill. Well then, it is obviously doesn't. Well, I see why its eyes are closed, because obviously it doesn't need its eyes to go down into the earth. Because if he drills backwards, then there's no point in having eyes because he can't see anyhow. So yeah, I can get why his eyes are closed. But unless you teach this Dunsparce TMs, then it's not going to be very strong. If you have any, what's what I'm looking for? Any debates or so? If you disagree with me, then post in the comments and let me know why. If you see Dunsparce as a strong Pokemon and then you have a Dunsparce that's really strong, let me know, and I might even make a post that says I was wrong, and then this person blah blah blah, yeah, blah blah blah, and yeah, okay. So, yeah, Dunsparce. So far it looks like the strongest move, for the TMs and HMs. Let me look through this again. Is I'm not very good with moves, so I'm just gonna guess it's like Thunder, Earthquake, or what's it called? I don't know. Alright, so those look like the strongest moves. Oh, Blizzard. That's what I was thinking of. Blizzard, Thunderbolt, and Earthquake. So that's really what to say about Dunsparce, besides the fact that he's not my favorite Pokemon. It's not that I hate him, but whenever I think of Pokemon, he's not the Pokemon I really think of. So yeah, if you have any disagreements or suggestions or anything that I haven't covered about Dunsparce, let me know in the comments. Alright, see you next week.